Hey guys, I'm Shantanu Udasi back again with another video for Analytics India magazine capturing everything that has been happening in the world of artificial intelligence. I have gathered a few stories and let's just not waste any more time and jump right into our stories. Our first story is that Microsoft makes a 16 billion entry into healthcare AI. The news is that the company is planning to buy Nuance, a speech recognition firm that grasps the specialized language of medicine that tech won't be easy for others to replicate. So the reasoning behind Microsoft's 16 billion entry into the medical healthcare system is that Nuance already has a huge base of customers with nearly 30,000 clinicals using its services and more than 10,000 medical institutions all over the globe using its services. So it is an already established consumer market base for Microsoft to work with and grow this industry even further. Second of all, Nuance has an intricately created machine learning algorithm that will be difficult to replicate for other companies because they have a huge set of data by already being deployed in the medical field for a lot of years, and Siri and Alexa are not going to understand and cannot replicate Nuance's speech recognition pattern of medical jargons in particular. And it is a great move from Microsoft as 16 billion is nothing compared to what artificial intelligence in medical industry is going to be worth, and people have predicted that it will be worth 110 billion by the year 2024. Moving on to our next story. Our next story is about differentiating between what is artificial intelligence and what is not, and clearing the basic differences and confusions that people have or the misconceptions that they have about artificial intelligence. So the first quirky remark in this article is that AI as depicted in Hollywood films, be it Terminator or Ex Machina, is not the artificial intelligence that will manifest in coming years, but artificial intelligence will always work with human oversight and will help in providing convenience to human beings. So the first point this article is raising is the basic confusion between artificial intelligence and automation, but artificial intelligence is not automation. Automation is manually configured to execute monotonous and repetitive tasks, whereas AI systems are independently adaptive and they have data to process and they can learn by pattern recognition and make decisions according to them. In a lot of ways, artificial intelligence goes beyond normal execution of tasks and they mimic human behavior to make decisions. So another thing that is highlighted in this article is that AI will not be the end of humanity, but it will raise the convenience of humans, and it cannot become suddenly evil without people working behind the scenes, working tirelessly to make it purposefully evil. And finally, maybe call it a shortcoming, but artificial intelligence is only as powerful as the data you provide it. So artificial intelligence, when provided with data, can make our life more convenient and transform business, industries, and our personal lives for the better. So as much as Hollywood likes to startle people with AI gone rogue, AI is simply a better understanding and improved processes of humanity. Moving on to our next story. Our next story is about India's crypto dilemma and what's at stake. So before the Union Budget of 2021, rumors were floating that India is planning to ban any private cryptocurrency in the country and they are going to launch their own cryptocurrency. This raised a lot of criticism by saying the government is shooting itself in the foot and countries that will facilitate the trading of cryptocurrency stand to gain. The cryptocurrency, as we all know, hit a 2 trillion mark today and people are selling NFTs through cryptocurrency and they stand to gain a lot from this. A ban potentially will mean that India will no longer be able to reap the benefits of the newest blockchain technology. Apart from this, the problem is that even if India is able to introduce its own cryptocurrency, the volatility of market cannot be controlled by the government in the case of cryptocurrencies. There will be huge valuation difference between actual money, coins and paper bills and the cryptocurrency itself. This will lead to depletion of foreign trade, with the countries that are willing to trade in cryptocurrencies, and India is not. Therefore, businesses in India won't be able to accept any investment in the form of cryptocurrencies, and the rupee will keep getting weaker and weaker. So the main 3 points highlighted in this article of why banning cryptocurrency is dangerous are that cryptocurrency will help Indian citizens by giving them direct access to international as well as domestic capital pools. With cryptocurrencies, India can become independent of dollar versus yuan trade wars in future. Some countries will facilitate trades between national digital currencies and cryptocurrency. And by banning cryptocurrency, the government is running the risk of giving rise to an underground crypto movement, and the government will have to take some radical steps and approaches to ban cryptocurrency, which might include banning all immigration and emigration indefinitely, and even stopping all forms of communication so that not even a single word goes out of India, which is highly unlikely and impossible. Moving on to our next story. Our next story is about Gupshup, the latest AI unicorn, which raised 100 million in Series F funding from Tiger Global Management, taking its total valuation to 1.4 billion. So Gupshup is the latest AI unicorn. Unicorn means the startup which is privately owned and has valuation above $1 billion. Is a 15-year-old AI-based startup that was headquartered in San Francisco and was used to send mass messages when pocket internet was not a thing. So when the world used to communicate through text messages, Gupshup started subsidizing text messages for users and paying the cost directly to the mobile operators. They tried to negotiate with mobile operators that the sheer amount of messages that they are going to send may reduce the cost a bit, but the mobile operators were not willing to reduce the costs even then. That's when Gupshup moved from a consumer-based platform to an enterprise-based platform. And since then, this company's API allows businesses to build conversational experiences on various platforms, including WhatsApp for Business. Gupshup uses single API and programmable messaging feature to build their platforms, and their services are available on plethora of platforms to increase a business's communication with their customers. And they have also launched their pivotal bot builder platform Gupshup.io for companies to deploy chatbots across multiple platforms. The company has seen a substantial growth post-pandemic. Gupshup expanded far beyond just big businesses and moving on to small businesses and helped them create end-to-end messaging platforms. So this company helps facilitating the OTP and company messages on order confirmations and order delivery you get on your mobile phone, WhatsApp, via text messages or various other platforms. And they also have an aspiration to grow to the European and the United States, as there is a huge demand there as well. Moving on to our last story. Our last story is that real-time 3D holograms generated by artificial intelligence can soon become a reality. So holograms are a long-running trope in various science fiction films, and they have never seen the light of day because they are very difficult to execute. This is so difficult because each point on the scene or images which has to be created by the computer in a 3D version has a different depth. So the same operations cannot be applied to all images. That's where deep learning has allowed computers to learn and understand what a depth of field of an image is. They have created a neural network which is processing a 3D image in a way that human eye does. They are being trained by a huge quantity of data sets of both the 2D image and its 3D model, and they are trying to make the artificial intelligence understand what is the depth of the field of a particular 2D image. Hence, through each pair of images, the neural network learned and modified the parameters of his own calculations, successively improving his ability to create holograms. So this technology is called tensor technology, and it will be game changing for medical mapping, 3D printing and virtual reality in every field, not just gaming. So that's about it. Those were all the stories that I have for you today. I highly appreciate you reading these stories in their entirety. Links for them will be in the description down below. Please click on that like button, that does help us a lot, and click on that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you never miss any other update from Analytics India magazine, because we have fresh content on our channel on every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday 4 p.m.